I'm mocked by the Great Wall of Mist. I was there at his birth. Strahd from Zarovich in I, Strahd, Memoirs of a Vampire. Jesus Christ, dude, when did you write this
You
book?
wrote a book?
And he was very obtuse about what he was.
God.
And then he's like, "Oh, people are animals. Why? It is nothing to become an animal. For the true nature of every man. We are meant to wear crowns and drink from goblets. God damn it, Mr. Zarovich, you do know you live in a world of like gods and humans probably didn't evolve, right? Like you do know that you're just a piece of shit."
Yeah, there's like actual gods.
Listen,
Hell, I just talked to one last session.
I'm not saying
people
that.
literally
Yeah.
read them.
I'm not saying evolution can't happen because you either have perfect cloning or you have some measure of evolution because that's how it works. It's just a merging property of things are different now. But
Is allele frequency changes over time.
if one bird gets bigger fins and goes faster because of it, guess what fucking gets carried on through the lineage? Um, but here's the thing. I imagine that in this world, people were made. People are just dudes. They're smart. They have a soul. They are literally better than animals. And he's like, oh, people were animals. I'm like, listen, dude, even in fucking Greyhawk, that probably wasn't even true. Also, this quote was probably invented of whole cloth, in which case, Wizards of the Coast, do you even know your own settings at this point? You said this in the Forgotten Realms, which, if I recall correctly, I don't know if people evolved in that. It's all magic gobbledygook.
Yeah,
But
at the most, it'd probably be magic evolution, where they just were changed by magic touching them.
I'm gonna shake my sleeve and people will roll out of it. Yeah, and in that case, it's very, very, very rude to say, "Oh God, you did it. God, you made people wrong." It's like, dude, I'm a fucking God. What are you talking about?
I'm legitimately a god. We're all fallible, but I can kill you. So
My mind is so much bigger than yours that you would die if you knew half the things I did. And you're telling me I did something wrong?
you die if you knew half the things I forgot.
Can you imagine being a god and this tiny little old baby man walks up to you and goes, "Hey God, what was the deal with that, huh?" Just pulls on your sleeve, little baby man.
Little baby man.
Little baby man. Oh man, the party token's talking to me about adding crit effects to weapons. Cool. Thanks, crit to party token. Anyway, kids, last time you saved someone to get back on track.
Get a hero points back, or
You get a hero point, yes. Start of every session.
a hero point.
It is a
okay.
new session, which is good because we spent a lot of them last time, very liberally.
I mean, they gave the party a full hero points for the Siege of Brindle, but that was a special event. They had weeks to prepare.
It's like the final boss thing.
And oh boy, did you need them. Although, to be fair,
So,
Argus wasn't exactly putting up a fight by the end.
Yeah.
Big old grump.
Yeah. I don't know
And
what
we
his deal
found out
is.
that there's evils afoot, and our good proprietor Strahd may be involved with it.
Well, right now,
Evils
your good friend Strahd wants you to go over to yonder winery and solve some. What was the problems? He had problems with something.
Werewolves or wolves, but I had to convince him
Gosh,
to they're werewolves.
that sounds really complicated. Well, he had problems with wolves and also plants,
Yeah,
Wolves and wine,
which,
and
if there's plants, there's probably fae.
and also we had to go back to Strahd's place to pick up a goal or something to deliver.
Yeah. It's also a thing under a lake. And
Mostly because he just wanted to hire someone to do a quest for him. You know, like a little baby plant going like, quest? Quest?
Quest?
This little wooden sword. It's like, oh man, I got a quest.
It's baby.
He's a little baby man. He's got strong WEENIE energies in his early days. The baby. And whenever they say that, they always do a little bouncy. Anyway, your goal is to go over to the Wizards of the Wine, which will require either about a full day of walking, or maybe you have some other way of getting there faster. I don't know, maybe you have a plane you can charter.
Also, while we're here, I'm just gonna get rid of my old crossbow and armor. Cause didn't want to do that till we were out of the place.
Buy my fine accoutrements!
I got finer accoutrements.
If we have money, we should probably buy some more healing.
Don't forget to add the money you bought to your pocket, Bella.
Oh yeah. Well, dang, how much is
Healing
it?
potions would probably be a good thing, or anti-healing potions.
There are elixirs of unlife for this.
Yeah,
Great.
those
Good
would
luck
help.
finding them, because I don't know if there's a steady. I mean, imagine there's a steady population around here, but they wouldn't be just throwing them out in the streets. All right, Bella, I'm looking up for you. What did you sell? You sold a +1 weapon, did you?
A +1 crossbow.
That'd be 17.5. So 17 and 5 silver.
Alright. And also, like, normal level leather armor.
Oh, that's exciting. Leather armor. I get a gold piece for that one, as long as it's
Yeah.
not full of holes.
Okay, that part might be a little difficult.
You know, breathing holes, so you can breathe better.
Yeah, you breathe through your chest, right? I mean, that's where your lungs are. Obviously.
Leather's very stuffy. You gotta add some ventilation to your to your fursuit by getting shot with arrows.
It's called exfoliating. It's really opening the pores.
Anyway, you managed to make your little sales and get your little pocket change.
Yeah.
Bella.
So yeah, Bella, look for some healing potions. We could probably use actual healing potions.
Alright. I'll
Consumables.
buy a couple of
Potions.
those. And also, I want to buy some manacles.
So we can rest people?
Potentially.
We do that?
Potentially.
Well, it's
Or is it for sleepy times? The thing we do in the
Okay.
bedroom.
Potentially.
I mean,
what
we want
the
information from somebody, and we don't want to kill them. What's better than having them run
Wow.
away?
You thought of the one thing I didn't mention. Amazing.
Simple manacles. 3 gold pieces. So,
I mean, it could be for sex also.
Okay, there we
Potentially.
go.
Oh boy.
Well, you said it was the one thing.
Gosh
Also-
darn.
I need to get my shield fixed.
Probably. There's the oil of unlife. Gosh. Oh, it's under oils. Okay, yeah, because you have to rub it on the undead. They don't swallow. You just slap it on that baby.
We just pimp slap Delilah, and she's like, "Oh, I feel better somehow."
Here, take this
Better
tar.
and worse at the same time.
Does anyone here have crafting? Because maybe they can spend a little time fixing up.
I do.
Cool. Let's take a look at crafting. Because I've never had anyone actually repair anything. Because Monastery Shield is just so tough. It just never broke. It's just like, by the
It's
time
fine.
I need to fix it, I got a new one.
Yeah, I mean, my shield in the that's left behind is mostly broken.
Here
But
we
this new
go.
one, I like this new one.
You spend 10 minutes attempting to fix a damaged item, placing an item on a stable surface, and using a repair kit with both hands. It's usually like a kit to scratch against repair a destroyed item. Here we go. So what kind of shield is this? What's its level? It's a specific thing that I need to know.
Let me go check my inventory. There.
Just tell me what it is, and I can look it up.
It is the special shield we got in there. The Gusty Goal.
Well, let me take a look at the Gusty Gull so I can make an approximation. Yeah, I think I based that off of a minor sturdy shield, so it's probably like level 4 or 5. The DC in that case would be about 20, 19. So you can go for it, Bella. If you think you could do it.
For repairing a finger.
If you want to.
Alright. We're gonna.
You repair it. You repair it. Store 5 hit points to the item, plus 5 per additional proficiency rank, so 10 if you're trained.
I am trained.
Bep, 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 bep. And then you restore 10 hit points to the shield.
Darn, then I should have gone expert. But, whatever.
Well, it's full hit points now. It's all that matters.
Hey.
Then I bought me some manacles, so let me just subtract 3 gold.
And I'm going to
Ooh.
buy a couple of healing potions.
Well, there's a lot of kind of manacles you can buy. For 20, you can get an average. If you got 5,000 gold, you can buy superior manacles.
If you have
That's-
just all the gold, you can buy dimensional manacles that just send people to the astral plane.
Whoops.
Oh, whoops! Gonna have some trouble getting on that bounty. So where's the bounty target? Ah, hell. Still
Be right
alive.
back.
Didn't kill them. They are still alive. They're just in hell. It's kind of weird.
Then yeah, going for average manacles may be the way to go.
It
Hence,
said wanted dead or alive, not wanted dead, alive, or in eternal torment.
It didn't say where they had to be.
well, you've taken care of that. What do you want to do? Because don't forget, you kind of delayed what you were asked to do by like a day with all this diversion stuff going on.
Yeah.
Actually, like more like a day or
Well,
two since you spent some time doing recon and walking around.
locations. Walls of Wine. It says. Where's the winery?
The winery is all the way over here.
Wow,
It could take us a while.
yeah, that's pretty far away.
You may have alternative means of travel if you feel like.
Yeah, I
Zip 'em.
mean, horses and whatnot.
Could see if there's a carriage going that way, and maybe you could drop us off at the turnoff.
If only your boss was still around with his carriage.
But there's probably, transport going in that general direction. I mean, it's got to be something out that direction.
Yeah, I'm sure if we ask around town, there's probably a carriage. But if we need to stop along the way, then the carriage will likely leave without us.
Well, no, you see, we won't need the carriage for the way back. Plus, if it's a well-traveled route, then there's a possibility of other carriages coming on the way.
We could just hitch a ride.
I think the important part is how we get there first.
It's not what I was thinking of, but sure.
Seems doable. I mean, there was also the Quest of the Bird mentions manipulating the over there gives access to two-way travel.
I have no idea what that means.
I remember them talking about it earlier and saying it was some like portal thing.
Yeah, but I think only Piddlewick and Avita care about that.
Why would only they care about it?
I
I
mean,
don't know.
a portal to a distant location sounds useful when we're trying to get to a distant location.
Maybe
Didn't
we
I
should
have?
ask,
Didn't I show you a handout on this?
No,
Uh,
there it is.
Did you?
We didn't have this before.
there now. Oh wow.
It's a lot of text.
Yeah, well, it's not nearly as much to digest as it at first may appear.
We'll have to look that over.
Blue.
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 Apparently, yeah, we need blue stones. And
Well,
bags of colored.
Well, those stones are located on the device itself. In fact, I think you were actually specifically shown the device, right?
We
I
were?
think I was by Piddlewick.
Yeah, because only Bella went.
Then I failed a will save and lost some time.
Jesus. Buh.
But
But yeah, let's hitch a ride.
All right. This nice new bird lady that you've met up with apparently seems inclined to help you after giving you that delightful lore dump. That don't forget that I posted that.
Oh yeah, I read it.
gives you a loving explanation of what she knows and understands. Um, there is a slight
Trying to get
problem
the world back.
Yeah.
if you want to go back quickly, because the two-way travel is I can take you back to it, but then we need to go from there. You know, it's like hub travel. You can go to and fro the hub, but you can't go from any of the hub's spokes to another spoke directly. This leads to a slight problem, because one of the spokes in this area happens to be located in the church on the altar. And there's a guy who runs the church who might not appreciate you standing on top of his altar for a while.
Which church is it?
The one in Barovia Village, from that nice guy
Yeah,
that
but-
you met.
With
Which
the
god?
big graveyard. I think it was yours.
I think
If
it was your...
Siomide, I could probably talk him into letting us do this.
I mean,
Which means I
we
could
can give it
probably
a
roll
go.
a 1.
Oh, what's the worst that could happen?
What could
He
possibly
declares
go
holy
wrong?
war on me.
I don't know if he can declare holy war on one person.
I get excommunicated from a god I am biologically attached to.
What could possibly go wrong? Well, alright. Kids, make your way over to the church. You can hatch out your plan there. Good old Donovich is as there's ever. Managing his little chapel building. So
Lead the way, wing.
what's the scheme for getting this guy to either be distracted enough that you can access his altar without him noticing, or getting him to agree to it? There are many ways to get access to something without someone else getting in the way.
We could just sneak in. Sneak.
I feel like Captain Angel probably wants to, you know.
Yeah, I'm already walking in.
Boldly, you step into the church. You
I'm
are,
in
of
a
course, greeted.
church. Go ahead.
Did you forget the part where Delilah might get like a suntan just from exposure from this place?
I'm fine. I'll manage.
Ignore the sizzling. I'm just very spicy. Now that'd be a bit extreme. Like a small church would start burning you. Especially at level 4. Also, fun lore diff tidbit. Because of how true names work, there's a strong implication that experience levels also kind of represent that your true name gets longer, which means you are more powerful, which means that hence why spells have less effect on you because they're designed to be simple. I like that idea a lot. Also, let me just roll into the conversation. I'm gonna tell you something that no one wants to hear because it makes everyone go, "No, I'm a little baby. I don't like this." Sleep should technically be a spell that is always useful. Because in 3.5 and in Pathfinder, you're supposed to stay fighting weak little babies, but in large armies and groups. So sleep was just saying, just putting that out there. Just putting that out there that you're playing the game wrong, you dingies. Just wink wink. Sliding back into the shadows, going, yeah. Anyway, you're in the church. This guy's not here. Doru is outside, having a fun time, maintaining those graves. You can even see him out the window. An inspiration for physical exercise.
Well, I like physical exercise.
Donovich appears to be lighting a fresh set of candles.
I'm gonna go talk to Donovich.
How may I help you on this fine
Hello,
day?
Father. First, I have come to report that our goddess Siomide has
Mhm.
blessed me with her presence this day.
Ah,
I
in
wish
what
to share
way?
the good news.
And
There
what-
was a cult in town. One attempted to summon some otherworldly
Ah.
fiends.
That is every other week around there. Something draws people to this place to commit heinous acts at times.
Iomade blessed my blade, and I cleft their portal in twain.
How
It
delightful.
was quite badass, as they say.
I'm afraid if you are here for a monetary reward, I do not
Oh
necessarily
no,
have.
no. Just wish to share the good news.
Well, I do appreciate it.
But I do request a favor, a slightly unconventional request.
I highly doubt it can be that unconventional.
Now, we have discovered a means of transit, which may assist us in bringing justice to those who would deny it.
Are you sure you want to
And
tell this guy that there's a portal in his church going straight into a castle that's nearby?
I mean, I was going to tell him all the details.
Go on then.
But it requires specific work that must be done in the chapel. And I was
And
wondering if you could allow us to use the chapel for a few minutes alone.
you know, uh, see, hmm. I guess you wouldn't say no to that. That sounds like a
You
perfectly.
you are looking at an avatar of Aomade.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, he's already saying yes.
Yeah.
We thank you, Father.
When someone is already saying yes, anything you say can only make it worse.
And all I'm doing is thanking him.
I mean, to be fair, it's always hilarious when people shoot themselves in the foot after they succeed.
Player has done that several
I-
times in these games.
I recently saw Delightful saying that players will always wrench defeat from the jaws of victory.
I love that phrase.
It's great. Anyway, you get a moment to yourself, and with an abracadabra abraskadoo, you will appear inside of Strahd's basement, where the wet, clammy air clings to your skin instantly. A big shift from this relatively modestly humid place. Gosh, I always forget which one it is. Whoops. Oh yeah, there are no character tokens here. I wonder if you're.
I hope he doesn't raise questions.
I just hope that you don't bump into Strahd while he's trying to have a picnic out by his brazier. That'd be rude.
That would be. You see,
Um,
friends, there is no need for deception.
Avita takes a little bit of time to do this, but upon successfully completing the abracadabra abraskadoo, you do end up with this roiling, bubbling flame that sort of covers most of the altar, but doesn't, melt any of the wax or anything. Just sits there.
First, where's your little metal friend? I think he'd be delighted to know that his friend is safe.
We haven't gone through yet.
You could probably leave a
Okay.
note for him there somewhere.
Yeah, because we're in the basement right now, Bella.
You're in a very, very climby basement. Like, the fire you're standing next to is mostly magical, and while it does provide some degree of heat, it does not keep this room dry and warm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna silently call Billick, Billick, and if I get no response, then just be like, "Well, now where's the way out?"
Well, we go through the fire, and it teleports us.
Yep.
That is
Evita-
how this works.
Evita clambers through the fire, and there's this. It grows for a moment and spits out this little burp at the top, and then she's gone. Not like she's
Oh, I'm
ashes, she's
following
just gone.
I'm a follower. I trust her.
Whoop.
She has no
Ah.
reason to hate us.
So yes, wait, you have to pick a destination, right? You pick to go to the Wizards of Wine, I assume? Cool.
Yep.
The
That is,
winery.
in that case, before she does anything, she does like show you the little compartment at the bottom. That's like, this is where the little pebbles are hidden, and you need to access this place. So if you ever end up needing to use this, here are the buttons, you dummies. With another
Right.
abracadabra abraskadoo, and walking through the portal a couple of times.
Using that spell a lot, huh?
It's a useful spell.
Yippee skip yahoo! It's a good spell. You appear
I
in
guess
pitch
saying
darkness.
Great.
You are surrounded, except for Delilah, who I think has dark vision.
Yeah.
In that case, Delilah, you see just fine. Life's good when you're in ninja block.
Alright.
There, now you have bright vision. And, because I like it, I'm going to give you some problem vision, because I like the monochrome. Oh wait, no, it's all brightly lit anyway. Yeah, point is, you're inside of a dark basement. Delilah and anyone with dark vision can make out you're standing in a wine cellar. It's also remarkably cold here, particularly the wall you're adjacent to the north.
Well, shit's dark. Should I
It
light a
is.
torch? Or
I mean, I can navigate just fine, but you three probably want to be able to see.
alright, then I will light a torch.
Marvelous. Indeed, you all are able to see. Let me just put a little light source on you so everyone can in fact see. That you are inside of a basement with the wine cellar right next to you. A variety of fine wines sit upon the racks, each of which has a beautifully made label. And anyone with a little class can tell these are fine wines. If you don't have any class, get out of here.
Let me see how my social is. I
I'm
might have you.
trained in society. I know a little bit.
Well, gosh. In that case, you would probably be familiar. Let's see. Actually, I think the adventure mentions a few fun wine brands. Let's see if I can find, or at least one that they sell. Let's see. They have Purple Grape Mash, number 3. They have the tantalizing Red Dragon Crush and the rich Champagne de Luston.
Are any of them?
And there are some
Just
like
give
exotic import
right
brews that they,
back. Are they in bottles or in casks?
these are all in bottles by the looks of it. There might be
Okay.
casks somewhere else, as you do.
I'm debating pocketing one.
No.
I'm not debating aloud.
No, I'm pointing at you already.
Listen, Martha is looking an excessive amount of time at these bottles and like rubbing her chin.
Yeah, and behind you is a taller angel woman
Sorry, I
with
had to step
glowing
away.
wings.
Being an excessive dummy, I accidentally gave you dark vision instead of giving you an actual light source.
Martha, we have no use of these wines at the moment, and we have not been granted them. Let us
I
leave.
know. I know this. I'll just hand you the torch. Lead the way.
I'm a double light source because my wings glow, kinda.
Cool. There's a little light for the both of you. Why? I should probably set it to actually be like. Why didn't I set the? I didn't take care of the light source before we got here. Oh, well that's just on me. I'm gonna turn on the light at this point. There,
Dummy.
bright light. It's day. Have fun.
Right.
Uh,
Yes.
Timed out.
As Crucius leads the way.
What are you doing?
Yoink.
I'm gonna do a perception against that.
well, here's the
Anyone-
thing. If you're like around the corner, if that's like what Martha's waiting for, then I don't think. I think you'd be dealing with something very tough because you're like specifically trying to notice some bottle getting moved.
I mean, I figured Martha would have to stay close to see it, since I have the light
Anyone else?
source.
Didn't Martha
Yeah,
light
well,
up?
I can follow light from a distance.
I thought Martha lit her own torch.
Yeah, but I
And they
handed it.
gave it to me.
Well, cool. All right then, Martha. You're dealing with a weird situation. I'm gonna say that
Yeah.
the awkwardness of fumbling in the dark, just cancels out. So, all right. What's your perception, DC Crucius? It's 20. Crucius, you hear some bottles sliding around. Maybe Martha bumped into something.
And you hear, Martha, what did I say?
I heard you. We don't need the wine right now. I'm leaving it.
Put it back.
Okay. Just clank,
Drop
clank,
it.
clank,
Drop
clank,
it.
pocket.
You're working with lawful good.
What have you got? Open your mouth.
Around here is a wall full of kegs and casks. Listen,
you
I don't
said
know why they
keg.
call them casks, because when I think cask, I think like little boxes.
Like boxed wine. Call that a goon.
Oh, hey, Avita's here.
They did teleport with us.
Teleport before us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open this door up.
You see a stair that goes up. By the way, at the end of over here is one of those so because these are large barrels that you wouldn't want to lift down some stairs, it's just a little ramp. You can roll it up and down.
Well, that's convenient.
Which I gotta say, Wizards of the Coast, holy shit, one of you actually thought of this. Because I wouldn't have. It's
Yeah, you
details
know how
like this that
trapped
make
it'd
a
be
good
to
game.
Menace? Yeah, it makes it feel like a real place.
It's like, oh, of course you wouldn't
Nice,
want
I'm
to.
gonna go up the stairs.
Who would want to fucking carry a giant keg up a stair?
Yeah, and it'd be
Oh
such a
yeah.
pain to do and a risk of them breaking.
Give me a moment, because I got something that's gonna make life a hell of a lot easier for all of us. I downloaded a mod called Stairways. Guess what it lets you do? It adds teleporters, and they even work across maps at times. Also, there is
Alright.
another one, and I don't know if it works for this one. Fingers crossed. It's called Better Bars, which adds temp HP to your hit point bar, so you can see that too.
What did I do? Ah, yeah.
So I'm gonna give Crucius. Oh, cool. Something weird happened to the map, and the lighting broke. No, the lighting's still fine. It's just that you're standing in a little
Yeah.
hallway. I'm gonna add temp HP to you. Yeah, look at that, Crucius. Look at your hit point bar. It's got a little blue section. That's your temp HP that I added.
Yay!
Anyway, so that's
That's
something I
right.
would.
See it again.
Just something I wanted to.
Hmm?
Just something I wanted to try out.
See?
Congratulations, you
Also,
found
give you
Albert the
guys-
unfindable.
yep.
Oh God, no. Anyway, now that I can add stairs, I can.
Now
add...
time will collapse.
Anyway, if you click that little stairway over there, you should teleport.
Yep.
Man, I love this technology. We live in the future of
Isn't modern
gaming.
technology great?
I can just add stairs all over the place. Da-da. Remember to smooch.
Did I accidentally close the door? Okay, yeah, I did. I accidentally close the door.
I think that's all the stairs that are immediately relevant. There we go.
Go
Ooh.
stairs.
Whoops.
Wow.
Whoa. Careful there. Don't click it again, or you'll keep walking up and down the stairs like a dummy. You arrive upstairs inside. What would this be? The bottling station? Probably. It. Give me a moment as I brain this out, because I got to think about the order of events so that I can tell you what the status of the room is. Let's see. First and foremost, I was correct. This is the glassblower's workshop, where they make the bottles and the labels and the things.
That's an important skill.
Things here are kind of dusty, but it looks like someone was probably here up until recently.
Well, I mean, we were told to expect that there were people here, right? Like you said, we were coming to basically lift a siege.
Well, you don't see anyone so far.
Well, on our way.
Crucius opens another door and enters into what seems to be several large vats that, I'll just tell you, are filled with wine that's slowly but surely getting processed. At least the smell in the air implies that.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
smells great in here.
Doesn't smell like corpses. It smells like good stuff.
It smells like berry corpses.
In corners of the room, as you look around, you can definitely see like small splatters of blood, like someone got hurt and stumbled a bit.
Alright. Letting
Mixed signs of struggle, because sometimes it's like behind a barrel and it's like, why would someone reach over there? And it's probably like, oh well, maybe they moved the barrel since the place looks a bit worn in that way. Oh no, Shashka's big. We gotta make her small. You see several open doors, and well,
she's
know.
little.
she's a. Oh wait, I forgot a staircase, and that's this one. Boop, boop.
I'm going around looking for people.
You are now standing upstairs and have an overview of the whole area. You don't see. Wait a minute. Everyone manages to hear some sounds coming from outside.
Oh?
These doors to the sides of me, they go outside from the looks of it, right?
What doors?
There's
No,
door
those are still interior doors.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go down, join everybody else. Do I hear them from this outside over here?
Wait a second. This looks like a set of exterior doors if you want to go outside directly. Also, you're standing near a window with Delilah. So,
Yeah, I
I
was
want to go
gonna
outside.
ask if I can see anything outside the window.
you move over to a set of large sliding doors that give way to your firm pressure. Outside, you can see a well, several, one of those grape barrels where you stomp your feeties to make grape juice. You also see
Gross.
a dude packing up a cart outside. Together with some relatives of him by the looks of it. They all look, like the same family.
Hmm.
They seem to be about done packing up.
Probably head over and speak to them before they leave.
Yep, we should go do that.
Da-da, da-da-da-da.
So you move on over to
How
those
high up are we?
on this little platform, at most a foot. It's not that high.
Okay.
Actually, considering that this area is entirely accessed by stairs, it's probably like a couple of feet off the ground, yes.
Well, I'm gonna go over to him.
You make your way over to the man, who is off screen. He looks over, immediately wonders where the hell you came from, since you came out of his house and he didn't see you coming in. Well,
Questions for later.
how the hell where did you come from? Why are you here? The winery is
Strahd
closed.
sent us.
Oh, so now he suddenly cares. All this?
Indeed.
Well, I'm done. I'm not going to bother with this anymore. It's too much. The undead come knocking, plants start taking over my toilet, and then I have to contend with those animals.
The wolves?
The mutant arms and strange habits. I'm done here.
So, what was that about undead?
Yes, many undead. They raise them for purposes to attack us. This whole place has fallen under siege for a while, and I'm done with it. If Strahd doesn't care much that he sends no one, well, then he can watch it rot, if he cares so much about it.
He did technically send someone now. Who
Took
is
him a while.
the Menace raising the dead?
Who knows? I don't know all that much about who's around here and who's doing what. Although I know that there's a druid circle to the south. Those are plant people, right? They're like trees. As for the beasts, I always heard there were wolves around here, but never those that walk on 2 feet and sprout strange limbs. One of them spat lightning at me.
Well, that's
Well,
unusual for wolves.
Walk on 2 legs, spit lightning, and then they work together with plants and corpses. I'm done. If you happen to clean up this mess, do come visit me in Vallaki, but up until then, I'm not interested in staying one more moment in this cursed place. They can have it to all I care.
Are you just leaving the winery?
Yes. Me and
Oh.
my family have lost too much sleep and blood trying to defend this place while given no attention.
Well, I mean, if we solve the problems, you wouldn't have reason to leave.
Well, then go ahead and solve it without us. And at this point, you could tell that his patience about this whole situation is wearing a little bit thin because he starts like getting up on the seat of his little wagon.
I mean,
Well, if there's any
realistically,
last... Before you go,
it-
if there's any last info you have that could help us find the things to... I'm just gonna say it bluntly, exsanguinate.
Oh, they gave me a fair warning that I better be gone or they'll attack me tonight with all they've got.
Wonderful, that makes it easy.
Oh, sure.
Well, leave the lights on here, and they'll come to us.
We'll
You
burn it.
better get your family to safety. We will take care of this.
You go nuts,
Yeah.
you weirdos. Why would you want to stay here knowing those things are coming? Bah!
Because they're coming.
Anyway, with that, he scoots off. His patience went in. Not interested in staying another moment with this wretched situation. What do you do right now?
okay, we know we know things are coming to attack. Let's begin preparations, everybody.
Cool.
Yep. So the idea is to make this place look occupied, lights on.
As
With
well
like
as to create things that could slow them from getting into it, so we can
Now,
take them out in a more controlled fashion.
well, that's very cute of you, Bella. I don't think that these attackers are particularly caring if anyone's still here or not. If anything, it looking unoccupied would just make them not send their dudes in and only have some guy check it out, you know? I don't know.
No, but what Bella said was to make it look occupied.
Yup.
Make sure they thought there were people inside, so they'd send people.
Well, even if there was no one,
'Cause-
they probably still send someone to make sure that you're not, like, asleep.
yeah,
Gosh.
but we want to take out whatever the threat is.
Marvelous. All right, so you're going to make this place look occupied. It's easy to light a candle and put it like at the
Yep.
window.
And
let's,
fortify.
set up traps, block doors.
Well, and make sure that there's one easier way for them to get in.
Which will be the double doors.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
maybe
want
you
to make
should-
sure that they know where to go so we can funnel them.
Cool. For now, since you technically have access to the full building, I'm going to remove token vision for a hot moment.
Yeah.
Since you have all the time in the goddamn world to look around this place. I wish there was a button that just turned off walls for a moment, but doesn't remove them. Just like there are no walls for a moment, just walk where you need to. Anyway, kids, this is the blueprint of the area. Is there anything you want to particularly investigate for like potential or anything? Maybe check out the large cask room to make sure there's no swarm of rats that starts distracting your spellcasters mid-fight. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be.
I was thinking checking that and this crafting room here to see what we have for materials.
I appreciate that, despite everything. You know what? Never mind. Avita gives you the thumbs up. That is a woodworking shop made for barrels. Barrels mostly require a large piece of lumber, but they also require a bunch of nails and like metal. So you can find plenty of raw materials for wooden and metal constructions here.
Okay, great. Yeah, that we can use that to cover up a lot of the entryways.
Handsome. I mean, there's definitely enough to like board up the windows and doors if you want to.
Yep, make sure that there's one easily openable door.
The sliding doors, you presume?
Yep.
All right.
So I
So
assume
what's everyone else gonna do?
I assume we're helping. So the blocks will be here, I think.
The what? What?
And, the fortified doors.
Well, you're locking them up. Bam, bam. You're boarding them up, making them inaccessible.
Yep, make it so that they would have to work or come inside in order to open the door properly.
Okay, and I think these ones too.
Taken care of. They're all.
Or
Just give them a rattle.
these ones will be fine. What else should we do? We
What do
could
you think, Delilah?
Daisy.
Delilah?
Okay, sorry, I had to step away for a second.
Ah.
Back
When
now.
did you step away?
A little bit ago. Sorry.
You gotta start telling us when you step away.
Well,
I know.
I think Dizzy was gonna say something, but I think we talked over her. I don't know.
Not really. So we were setting up for the thing. Like last I heard, we found the crafting room.
Yeah, and we blockaded some of the doors, and we're asking what you thought we should do for, fortifications.
It was going to be my suggestion, but could we use some of them to make like, I don't know, some kind of what are they called? Those
Ba-
like
Snares.
yeah,
Traps.
traps and things. You know, like,
Now, if I was a very pedantic little bitch, I would say you don't have the permission slip to craft snares. You need to get the snare crafting feat because Pathfinder 2 wants you to spend resources on anything you want to do. But I'm just gonna say, dude, anyone can make a fucking spike trap. It's some spikes.
Punji sticks are not that hard to come up with.
They're literally just sharp sticks, man.
Yeah. I'll work on the traps.
Cool. Let's see, what would that probably be like a spike snare? Let's take a look, see. It lacerates a creature dealing 2d8 piercing to a creature that enters its space. And it can attempt a basic DC 17 reflex saving throw. Okay, cool. So you can just mark those locations. I think you have the permission to draw, so you can just draw something. We gotta draw something, Rudy.
Where should that go?
Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I gotta configure permissions.
I think.
There's a button there for that. Oh, they're there. Okay.
One
Yes,
here.
you can use the drawing tools. Cool.
If they get through that door, one there. Where do you think? Zai and Dizzy.
Give me a moment. I'll step away for a brief.
Well, they're going to be mostly coming in probably from this little raised platform here. Because that's where we'll have the doors available. So it'd be best to make sure that the step up is the problem.
Yeah.
Alright, but that's a lot of step. Like you can't snare this whole area. That I know of.
Well, obviously we snare outside that. But we do have an option here.
Mm.
You see those things where the people go and stand inside of? We only have to snare the spaces between those.
Oh yeah. So like one right here-ish, one right here.
And one
Yeah,
against the
that's
wall.
Alright, that did not do as I wanted.
And then we know the direction they're going to likely come in from,
Oh shit.
which will be
Right.
from that area that's not covered. And if they do come from that direction, we'll have time for them to have to get past the snares.
Yeah.
And
Hey, you know what we could do? We have
Hmm.
a few empty barrels over there. We could just put the barrels in the way. It's a
Yeah.
kicking table over. They have to get past it.
Stacking
Also, how
some barrels around to make more of a choke point would make sense.
Or even just something they have to get past, like an obstacle.
Yeah. Make approach kind of difficult.
how big are these usually?
They're usually pretty big.
Ah.
Like, like see if I can
I'm getting a
find it
picture.
Gonna assume I can't stand inside it and do pot shots.
I mean, you could, but they're pretty deep is the problem.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Like, they're usually more than a person abreast.
Yeah, like think of a wine barrel, probably like 3 or 4 times the size of that. They're pretty large.
And that's a no-go.
I mean, you could stand if you wanted to up on the upper platform. Take shots out the window at the approaching enemies.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
I'll let me go upstairs. See what
There's a pretty good size reference of how big they'd be.
Oh yeah, those are pretty big.
So yeah, if we can get them to come in through there, we can spend less having to fight them because they'll, slow themselves down. And if we need to, we can always fall back up the stairs, and then we'll have the height advantage.
Want to put some barrels on top of the stairs?
We could, because then we could
Carry
kick
'em
barrels
down
down
the
at them. We could Donkey
Yeah.
Kong this shit. Wait, okay, so I'm an expert in religion, and I'm like a holy crusader of a church. Can I bless water?
stairs.
Mm,
I think Steph got up. Because I was thinking if I could, like, bless some water, we had a couple barrels of water, could I just, like, kick holy water barrels at them?
I do have 4 things of holy water.
Yeah, those are, like, files, not this.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, no,
Yay.
Look at those
I had a
vats.
question.
Yes.
Can I, bless water?
Um,
I think that's a specific fate, actually.
no. I mean, if I'm going to be completely technical, no. No, I think you can just do that.
Awesome. Because what I wanted to do, because we don't know what's coming, we wanted to put a couple barrels at the top of the stairs in case we had to fall back. And I wanted to put some water in them and bless it.
No. So you want to make a big holy water barrel.
Yes, so we could then kick it down to things if they're coming in.
Do note that it only affects fiends, undead, and creatures that have a weakness to good.
Yep, he mentioned undead, that's why we're worried about it. If they're not undead, oh well, we prepared.
Cool. So you barricade up some doors. You prepare some
Yep.
big old barrels.
Got some snares.
Yep.
Yeah, the pink circles are the snares.
Okay, that's where you put the little spiky sticks. Cool. While you're spending some time hanging around the whole day and all, you do come across some stragglers who probably aren't supposed to be here, considering that they are neither human nor look like they are family related to the individuals that you happen to know. Particularly, one of them kind of looks like a bugman, and the other one looks like a goblin.
John Bugman. Turn your
Goblin.
law.
They come out of the barrel room when you start poking around that place to make sure that there's like nothing there that might jump out, or like a rotten barrel that will suddenly make you all nauseated.
Well, hello.
Hello, friends. Hopefully.
Context, you technically peeled these guys out from between some of the barrels, so it's not like they just popped out of nowhere instead of saying hello.
Oh, we found them.
Yes.
So, do you know that there's going to be a raid on this facility?
The bugman is the one who speaks up, standing forwards. Oh well, he only speaks two very awkward languages.
Well, once.
One like soul,
Oh.
and there's that. So, it's the telepathy that'll ultimately do it for you. Let's see how telepathy's handled.
He's in my
Someone
brain,
just
Stab.
Chinese.
Nope, it still goes weird. Well, that's not Chinese. Actually, that first one might be Chinese,
Yeah, that's what it's.
but it should be
Wow.
Japanese because it's Tengu. They politely
it's
introduce
hiragana.
themselves, and after the metaphorical straightening of the jackets. So what brings you here? Boop boop.
There's going to be apparently a large battle here that was threatening the people who lived here.
Ah yes, so we're planning to to help out with that. That we were.
And
I-
you decided the best way to do that would be hiding within some barrels?
Well,
Well, an ambush is a very effective.
I'm sure the
Strategy.
people who were left behind would have not allowed us to stay if you know, things went that way. But now we're here. We can all work together.
Also, I'm gonna point out, at least this snare. Don't go there.
Don't
We
put your
we've
feet on it.
we've already started trapping.
Well, new friends, what kind of skills do you have so that we know where not to throw you? We don't want to have like a person who does the magic stuff run into the middle and get exploded.
Well, the Bugman can apparently dazzle with a bright flash,
That is useful.
and his claws are pretty sharp. Slash slash. The little guy, on the other hand, appears to be good with illusionary magics. Can cast a little bit of charm, a little bit of mind reading, a little bit of scouting ahead, as it were.
So I do have to ask, what were you doing here in the first place?
The little one starts bouncing around like he wants to give an answer, and then the Bugman puts his out. It's like, oh, we were here, of course, for well, we were interested in protecting the wine. Wine connoisseurs at your service.
God, I do not trust these guys at all.
Oh, when this is all over, you'll have to tell us many things about the wine here because that is not my area of expertise, but I'm always up for learning a new skill.
Do you know the wines are made with grapes? It's real, I tell you.
He's good.
Ah, a
He
dish.
knows it.
Dishes are made with food and ingredients, aren't they? How
I thought
delicious.
they were made of clay.
No, that's clay. That's a little, just some $2 words there. You think you mean raw earthly resources.
Damn, he's good at this. He knows so many things. I trust him completely.
Anyway, sassy as the situation might be. Little. So, yes, they make it clear that they came here because they wanted to help out with this situation over here, yonderly.
Well, things are shit's gonna happen. Be ready for it.
They would like to know why you're so interested in defending this little place.
We were commissioned to do it.
Ah, by
Yeah.
whomst?
One Strahd.
A concerned party, like, excuse you, and I intervene, because I remember what Avita said.
Yeah, probably don't want to go around telling everyone we're working for Strahd.
We're looking for a concerned party who, heard of, dangers approaching the line.
Ah. It is always good to see a community service being performed. I hope you are being duly compensated for your services.
I'd like to hope so. But, it's also for the duty and all that.
Duty.
I still
Also, I'd like-
question sometimes my partnership with you people.
While you are alive right now, that is an indication of continued survival so far.
This is true. We just cleared out an entire cult yesterday, so. Or like 12 hours ago. Kind of recently, actually, now that I think about it.
Maybe you should take a nap.
We might want to do that before this all happens, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume we had one in that like day that we went around shopping and scouting and stuff. So
That puts us up to max resolve points, right?
yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
you
our
know,
we
level,
had
resolve points.
we had a day to rest. So
How do you calculate your max resolve?
It's your key
It's
ability
your-
modifier, dude.
yeah,
Key ability modifier. Okay, so I'm at 4.
It's just that simple. I appreciate that every single spell broke the conditions because for some reason they changed it enough for it to break. How'd you do that? Anyway, they think that it's kind of neat to meet people who are willing to do such fine good in the land of evil, where the forces of evil band together against the common man and their plight.
Good is literally in my blood.
Yes, I can tell.
Seems that many people here can. Is it the wings? Did the wings give it away?
It's a very
Um,
obvious sign.
I think
Yeah,
that
you're not really hiding
I think that Delilah would feel a certain affinity to the Bugman because he has. So there's this thing called the Plane of Shadows. He has like a limited affiliation with that, which is close to the negative energy plane, which is what Delilah eats for CP juice. So
So, friends, do you have any idea what is going to be coming?
well, best I can guess, probably some were creatures, a few trees, maybe some fae, exploding bags of acid wolves, many tiny shrubberies, and of course they have their staple of undead.
You said trees.
I-
I'm not used to trees coming at me.
I wouldn't recommend using the outhouse. The vines there are alive, you see, and they try to strangle you if they get the chance.
That's what he was talking about.
Well, that's inconvenient and rude.
Now, before we go on, I do believe this place is owned by an eccentric individual of a particular parlance, whom I imagine would have some sort of guardians left behind, even if they are without commands.
Like golems?
Not necessarily. I think he's more of the elemental and undead persuasion. No, no, whoops.
Oh, so the thing on the second floor up here. That's a crane, right? That's not a trebuchet.
That is a crane.
Yeah,
Designed
it's
to
for
lift.
these barrels.
Yep.
I had to make sure.
Don't.
Trebuchet directly into that wall in
Hey,
front of
there
it.
could be an opening.
It's a very specific angle of attack.
Yeah, if they come from that one place, goddamn. So yeah, let's see if he has these elemental things. That would be a great assistant.
Cool. So, as I mentioned, you do eventually find the thing that keeps the cellar cool, which is this large area filled to the brim with what's called brown moss. Brown moss responds negatively to fire. You hold fire near it, it grows towards the fire and consumes it, and if you are carrying a torch, it probably will kill you instantly, as it just turns you into a popsicle covered in moss. Inside there are a collection of these muddy boys. They seem a bit hardened from all the cold, but other than that, they seem to be in good shape. You also find some people underneath the grape crushing vats, partially slathered in grape juice.
Are they alive?
They don't have a pulse, but they do move.
That's disconcerting.
They also look at you with eyes that don't seem to reflect any particular emotion or sensation.
I'm
Very
just gonna.
Delilah, try talking to them. I don't want to.
Why me?
You're the evil one.
I'm not evil.
Evil by blood.
That's. Well, we don't have time to get into all of that.
I don't have time to tell you how many things are wrong with what you just said.
Yeah,
Joik.
kind of like, I guess, approach one and just cautiously. Hello? Are you capable of speech?
They don't seem to respond to this, but they do nod.
Aha.
But they don't answer, but they do nod. Gosh, language English.
So we're in a nodding and shaking head kind of situation, huh?
Ask him to step out of the barrel.
Would you do me the favor of stepping outside of the barrel?
These creatures move with, well, they're clearly muscled and agile with how they just hop on out. Whoop.
Huh.
They might be simple-minded enough to just accept commands.
If anything, this looks more like so. There's a couple of ways an undead can age. You know, one is where you keep your sanity. One is where you go a little bit nuts. There are also undead that just become empty vessels because they don't experience certain senses like touch or taste, and they just grow so bored and lifeless that they may as well just be under some sort of mental control. Like, the
Huh.
person inside has died.
Okay. If you guys follow orders, jump up once now.
You get a little jump, baby!
Woo.
Well, that answers that. So, do we just order them to like
Defend the
hold this?
location.
Yeah,
Yeah,
defend the location.
Defend the doorway.
Yeah, we can just say like, don't let anyone come up onto this platform
Except us.
except us.
Well, they don't need to move
Yep.
for this particular order, but they will move when the time is right and movement is necessary.
Yeah, with undead, always be precise.
It's like
I do
genies.
not want to have us win this, and then we take a step outside, and then they attack us.
Ignore me and my friends for the purposes of this argument.
Anyways, Crucius has already gone downstairs to go check out the Mud Boys.
You don't know of any immediate way to move them, as in they don't seem to listen to any particular commands. Though to be fair, they probably don't speak your language, being mudmen.
The mud man.
Blah 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 blah.
Wait, they speak
Also,
language as Mudmen?
I mean, if they're elementals, they probably speak their elemental language.
I'm going upstairs. I'm gonna break this window.
Bella commits vandalism.
We're sent to protect the place, Bella.
You've broken the window. Why?
Because I have a crossbow.
Like a sniper's roost.
You could probably open the window if you want to shoot through it, Bella, instead of just smashing it. But hey,
You know, windows.
That's
like-
not as cool.
Okay, then I open the window. Like,
Smash it first and then open it.
I personally like the mental image of like got the butt of the crossbow ready to smash. And it's like, wait, slides it up slowly.
She's like about to hit it. Looks down, sees the latch.
That explains why I couldn't just move it. Oh my god, it's the Spider-Man thing.
that.
I
Yeah.
like he's. Oh my god, he smashed it. This just opens it anyway.
Oh my god, I love that one.
Well, see, if the window's broken, you can open it, even if the latch.
Although there is actually one bit of sense, which is weird for me to say about 60 Spider-Man to that one. I've never said there is sense in 60 Spider-Man. This is the first.
Yeah, it's just
Him putting the web on it means that when he breaks the window, it doesn't shatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's.
Yeah, it's the fact that he
Also-
doesn't reach inside to open it.
Also, since the window's open, I'm opening them all. You know, so I can
He
have.
also
proper-
opens it delicately with both hands.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I broke the window, and now we go in.
Anyway, Bella, you were saying.
I opened all the windows since apparently they open.
That's some good ventilation.
And this place is breezy now.
Crucius is trying to
Delightful.
figure out a method to somehow either motivate or control these mudmen.
That's a great
Wait,
question.
Yeah, what would do this?
Well, it would definitely help if you were able to talk to them at all.
Which, unfortunately, I am not.
Unfortunately, Terran is one of those 4 languages where it's like crapshoot, whatever not it's useful. Good job,
And I speak
Pathfinder.
common and angelic.
You know, I'll give 5e this. Primordial does short circuit that problem of there are 4 languages you have to learn if you want to talk to them, and good luck walking into the one you need.
I speak a bunch of languages, but I doubt any. of them are
Anyone here
relevant.
proficient with nature at all?
I am.
Well, then maybe you can sort something out.
All right, I'll come down there. That's the way to go. So can't actually drive down there. Anyway, yeah, I'll just roll some nature if that's what I gotta do.
Chobe the beans. So these are these are mudmen. They like mud. They like wet mud. They like bloody mud. You know, put some blood in that mud. Give it some extra color and flavor and texture. Considering the environment they're in is probably quite dry given the cold. you might be able to lure them out with some mud. And while they probably wouldn't follow these commands if they were under duress, they would stay where the mud is until they're done eating it. And you could use that as like a, set them up in a situation. Like they,
Alright, time
oh,
to break some wine.
elementals are simple. Don't worry about them dying. Most of them are pretty just there, very experience oriented creatures.
I'll break a couple bottles of wine and just muddy up some dirt.
All right. Well, where
All
do you
around
want to
sounds
lure
good.
them over to? That's where you put them right before.
Uh, anyone have any ideas where to lead these guys?
Probably the same place we're expecting people to come in.
Oh, that's gonna be a fortified area. How about uh here?
Over by the cart.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, that's. Let's just definitely dissuade people from trying to go in that way.
Okay, so we now have 4 rock biters over there. Perfect.
Handsome.
Yeah, 4 creeks.
I miss Krieg. He was always ready to murder.
Then after commanding them, making a nice little muddy pit right here, I'll go back upstairs and get my sniper nests going.
And I think that's about what we can get prepped.
Cool. There's spiky traps all over the place. There's a line of mudmen.
Got a couple of zombies.
Cool. It's time to set the lighting to mood.
Loading go.
Go,
I think
go,
this is going to be a bit.
light.
No. Wait, token vision. There we go.
Wow.
Nice. Cool. Any light source or anything you want to set up, just in case it's get dark and you have to start shooting at
Probably
targets.
torches. Figured we'd probably have a couple torches around just the perimeter.
Yeah,
Just so
I
we
did
can,
say we should probably light up the place to look like it's occupied.
Well, yeah, but we're talking outside.
Ah.
So when things are approaching, you can see them.
Yeah, and then shoot at them.
I have 4 torches left. I could.
I have a couple.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could probably put a torch like here, here.
Give me a moment. I'm going to set up the light
Yep.
source first, and then I can put it down where you need it. Torch. 40 foot of dim lighting, 20 foot of. Okay, cool. So just tell me where you want them. Here,
Okay,
one over
so
here.
right- Yep. One over here. One over here. And
here.
one over here.
Handsome. Bioillumination. Cool. Sun rods would be great for this since they last 6 hours. Oof. That's what I call
Why?
nice and bright.
Okay, I think I
You
only
do
have
take
one
particular
torch on me.
precaution near that outhouse because the vines do move when you get close.
Actually, you want to just waste a torch and just toss one into the outhouse?
I mean, we could.
There's a risk involved with throwing an outhouse or throwing a torch at something like an outhouse filled with poop.
Could
Kaboom.
get sick. So it's also not our problem. We're not going there.
Yeah, true.
So you're gonna blow it up?
No.
No.
Okay. Cool. That's their problem. They gotta take care of their own property. Marvelous. You set everything up. The torches are flickering, although I think I might replace them with slightly less flickery torches. There. That makes them a little more bearable to the naked eye. And at this point, your token vision starts to become impeded. Cool. The night begins to settle in ever so slowly. Although it goes pretty fast when you're busy building all kinds of stuff and taking care of repairs. By the end,
Herring.
reinforcing the doors and stuff. By the end of it, you eventually hear the distant howl of a wolf.
Woo, 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 woo.
I don't know about your puppo, but he might just join in for kicks.
Yeah, she might.
You nerd.
Crucius is actually outside the doors waiting.
In that case, you will probably see in the shimmering, like failing shadows of the sun, the slow luminescence of the moon, you will see a small, well, there's the grapevines, and from them emerge these dry-looking twig bundles that move with surprising speed towards you, doing cartwheels head over heel and all that.
Oh, that's weird.
Yep. I mean, hey, cartwheel's a fast way to move around if you really wanted to. Dun-dun-dun. The howls in the
Well,
distance
Crucius.
continue as an intimidation tactic. Go ahead and roll me initiative.
Alright.
Hey, not a bad roll for once. Actually, the best of all of us.
Bright Jessica. She's very clever.
She is. She is a smart girl.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Clever girl.
Popo, you don't have an initiative. Get out of here. Marvelous. As I mentioned, these things come rolling in with reckless abandon.
Awesome.
Yes?
They're going for us. Ooh, never mind.
Voop, 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 voop.
I assume if I saw them coming, I would have been shooting, but
Well, then go ahead and give me your little pepper shot. Pew, pew, pew.
alright, I will just use bolts instead of an actual case, and I will just do a little. Wait, target one. I will make.
Nice roll.
As it comes in a little too close, you get off one hell of a shot.
Oh wait, no, I didn't.
That's not a critical.
There you go. Damn.
It's still standing, but you definitely remove massive portions of its bark.
It's probably pinned to the floor. I don't know.
I mean, part of the dodge caused several splinters to shoot out of it, like bullets. It
And
then,
I'll.
Hmm?
I'm assuming that's a pre-round.
then it rolls into your little spike trap, and ends up getting completely tangled up in it. Luckily, since it's such a little itty bitty baby, another one comes rolling in. Going by the fastest and most direct route into the situation.
Oh wait, I wasn't added to the combat, but my roll was 21, so I'm going after them.
It sort of veers around the majority of the spikes with its tiny size, ends up adjacent, and turns into a bunch of claws slashing at the vampire. Whoa. Think you're adjacent to. Ouch! Goes the big
So
bad.
I have my react. Oh, that's just an attack.
If you want to, you can treat it as an ally, yes, but your turn has to come up first. Those tiny claws can do some real damage. However, this creature does not take as much damage because it's an unholy being, and only silver harms it truly.
Wow, that's convenient.
This one cartwheels in, and instead of attacking, it lets loose a spray of splinters at you, Crucius. Keep thine shield high.
Does match hit or do I?
Match hits. As a rain of splinters upon thine house. Evita's gonna
Not
do
my
the
house.
Evita's gonna do the obvious and give you all a little. Well, first they're gonna try to see if they can get that lingering composition off. Go ahead and roll me. It's D 20. There we go. Performance. Jesus, you're amazing at this, and yet you fail. Well, fine. Inspire courage for all of you. Have fun. Anyone here want haste?
I want haste.
Here, take haste.
I'm unfortunately not in range of anything right now. I need to move on my turn.
Here, you're quickened. Everyone else gets the spell effect of Inspire Courage. You can click and drag it onto yourself. Did you know that? It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is then Crucius's turn, who has been enhanced.
Can't see how it works in 2E.
Also,
Okay,
my
so it's
turn will
it is
be
done.
after the Zerak, I think, because I wasn't added to the initiative.
Okay, so I'm gonna slash at this one, like this. That a crit?
That is a crit. Thank you.
Double 34.
Your blade slams into it, chops off many of its errant tweaks. You have 3 more actions. Did you know that? Haha.
Okay, I'm gonna follow up.
Hit. Well, you should have become a gardener because you just pruned him.
See, I don't want to go through our own spike traps.
You can
So
actually use
now
2 actions to ready an action. But it
Yeah,
will
you
take
go
your
here,
reaction to activate it, so it's up to you.
I'm ready a strike.
Your good old buds are just keeping an eye on things because they don't have the best. They don't have a good option in case they're up close and personal because they might blind you in the process. So hey, this is watching this door for now. Whoop 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 whoop. Come rolling in. Spikes go a flying. Or not.
Pew, pew, pew.
Delilah. They're making their moves.
I'm going to cast Blur on Crucius. So now Crucius is concealed, so they have a chance to miss when they attack.
Blur.
And then I guess I'll sling attack the weak one on the right.
Oh, dang it. Why is
Well,
that
not on
not
the
working?
right, on the left.
Ooh, Martha Hall rolls a 28 perception for some reason. You hit him.
Initiative, because I wasn't put on the
Oh, hey, look! It actually shows you the numbers on the AC now. That's weird. You're waiting this fine gentleman. This guy's dead.
Why
That
does he
one's
still
dead.
have health?
Well, let me just remove that for you. There's a little skull icon over him. That's the part that matters.
I just assumed it was another guy stacked on top of him, like always
Well,
happens.
I'll just make this guy go away then.
In which case, I'll just hit that guy.
Already taken
So I
care of.
can't really hit the guy behind the barrel.
Martha, where's your initiative? Why aren't you on the listing? Oh, because you're up here and you're dumb.
yeah, I think I'm on a different map, so. Well, it was 21, so.
Take your turn, Martha.
Alright, I'll use.
I mean, you see some approaching in the distance, but you suddenly realize that the fact that this is an overhang kind of makes your position not that great.
Yeah, so I'll. 30 feet to run down here. And I guess I'll do my Martha thing and jump downstairs.
I expecting you to jump out a window.
Break your legs on the fall and just
It was the
spend the
first
rest of
action Bella ever took in any of our campaigns.
That's why I said the Martha thing. So I just try to move my character with the walls. Gotta go a long way. With my intention
With a hop and a
is to
skip.
land.
With a hop and a yeah, it's kind of annoying to move out of it. I recommend click dragging your token and choosing the arrow keys like that.
Yeah,
Marvelous.
I'll landing. Right? Oh, now I gotta move again. I'll be landing on Shaska. And that would be 2 actions, I think.
Cool.
So, third action, I will.
Fire!
Fire!
I
Sorry, that's my fox instincts taking over.
Nerd.
Legit.
This session we're not missing all that much.
Would you look at that? Would you look at that?
please don't jinx it.
I mean, arrows are a great way to go for targets, but hey. I don't know if you've ever shot a tree, but I wouldn't recommend it. Oh gosh, this one goes straight into the spikes.
And explodes.
No, it's fine. This guy, bold and brash, belongs in the trash, rolls over and takes a slightly more defendable position. With great acrobatic finesse. This one swooshes its way around the obstacle and then... Actually, bramble jumps. No, that's the thing they've probably already used. And then tries to get a firm grasp upon this vampire. Putting itself next to Crucius. If you want to, you can trigger.
I'm attack it.
This poor guy has everyone targeting him. Critical. See, Inspire Courage is useful. Boom. Evita is going to... listen, try again. Try again. There we go. This time Inspiring Courage lasts for 3 turns, so... it should still be on your token, so don't worry about that. Doesn't really have any basic attack spells. Little Sherpa, though, like popping out around the corner, taking a little baby shot at the boy. That's a hit.
You.
Little baby man. For 4. Oh man, look at that hard skill. Crucius.
Okay. So one front of me is pretty well beat up. I'm still quickened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, I'm gonna step here. First, I'm gonna strike the one that's beat up, just to finish it.
Jeepers
Slashy,
creepers.
slashy.
Let's see. Well, that one's gone. Another splinter for the pile, as they say.
Then follow up onto the other one.
Handsome. Keep them coming.
And what would change with raising my shield?
Your armor class goes up by 2. And you can use
I'm
your shield for shield
raised.
blocks.
I'm gonna raise my shield.
What a tactic. Whoop, 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 whoop. This one simply spits out a shower of splinters. Going from left to right on the line of people. A complete botch on you, but oh boy.
Not that first guy.
Why are they here twice? Oh, weird.
That spawn's just like, what?
Delilah.
That's me. Going to start by. That one's probably the best.
Got one. What was this?
I'm just going to. I guess use a reach spell chill touch on the weakened guy. Just try and get rid of him.
Ooh. The long hand of the law. This poor little gentleman, I presume.
Yep,
Yeah.
the weak dude.
Well, he fails, so we're going to count that as a double-de-dupe, because that does not include the +1 damage from Fun Times. Well, that's one less. Murtha.
Yes, sir. Hey. See how far Shaska can go. I did not mean to close the door. How do you bend the ruler? I want her to go around the see if I can get to that guy.
Ooh.
I will attempt to move Shaska over there. And actually go like that.
Baby.
Go like that.
Bark, bark.
She will bark the whole way till she gets to, I guess, the closest one, which would be this guy.
Bark, bark, bark,
And
bark, 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 bark.
she'll take her attack by going bark, 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 bark. Quamch. Doll.
I think that's our first attack, and you must have had that have missed.
Good job, Shashka. Anyway, you got 2 actions left. Murtha.
Alright, since I didn't apply my bolt case, I'm gonna take an action to reload. And check.
Hit.
2.
Minimal. Suddenly, you hear a loud banging on the back door. And one of your friends who's keeping the lookout's like, oh no, they're coming in from the rear. Boom, 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 boom,
In
boom,
one
boom.
place we didn't
Well, we're not
actually
Claire.
fortify.
Well, you did board up all the doors that weren't like the central 4 doors, so I assume you boarded this one up.
But
Yeah.
but we didn't trap it.
A calming zombie. That's a weird one.
Yeah, the con-
How big is the splinter spray? This one scoots over, whoop, 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 and goes for a splinter spray, hitting Shashka and Crucius.
No.
Please make your saves or take 70 damage.
It's
Reflex check. Okay.
very fun. Bark, bark.
That one
Oh,
hurt.
Cheapers,
my girl
creepers.
has so tap damage.
Crucius takes the big ouchie. But Shashka is somewhat fine. Shashka takes half, so you can push the button with a little shield on it. Okay, cool. In the background, zombies are knocking on your door. I'll just quickly roll some rolls. Okay, cool. The door definitely starts to give way. Like, you hear the cracking of reinforcements breaking and getting pulled aside.
Wow, it's just like Minecraft.
Then someone back there goes,
I'm gonna destroy Delilah.
keep going. We're almost through. Evita is, you know what? Just keeping it going. Actually, here's a question that I have. If you use lingering performance, can you stack another performance on top? Now, there's a great question. Let's not worry about that. Man, you have so many weird abilities. Well, things seem to be going smoothly, so Evita's just gonna keep the good vibes going. Crucius.
Crucius, hearing the stuff from behind and that we've taken care of most of these things, is gonna go into the back and tell everyone else to take care of this. Hold down the fort. I will be back.
Bork.
Bark, 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 bark.
I'm just
You've
trying
got
to
the
get
new.
around
You can
the
squeeze
walls.
through the barrels. Don't worry about that.
I was just trying to get around the walls in case there were any.
There are actually no walls for those barrels. You can just walk straight through them.
Okay. So I'm gonna get over here. This is the door they're coming through, right?
Yup. That's the one that's like starting to peel off.
I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna prepare an action. And use my last one to raise my shield.
How fast is this guy anyway? Huh. Normal 25 feet. Handsome. Well, since things are getting a bit funky, he moves forward and readies an action just in case the boys decide to ignore your pupper. This one doesn't. He practically flies at your dog.
No, I don't.
Failing to
get
latch on, like gets on the back. Wait, excuse me. It needs to be that and this. I think your puppo is hit once. Yep.
It's 18, so.
Man, they roll good on the damage. They might not roll good on the attacks, but they roll good on the damage. Delilah. They're bullying a puppo.
How dare they? So rude.
Very rude.
Best course. Wow, they're full. Should I go and help them, Crucius probably has it handled. It did seem to be a lot of zombies, though.
Yeah, but they can only come in from one door.
That's true. I'm going to use... That seems excessive, but... a third level harm on that guy. Using 2 actions.
Oh, heck. Well, that's gonna sting. Just take a lot
That
of
looks
looks.
painful.
That is painful because that's a critical.
Ooh.
It just shrivels up and dies, I guess.
I guess I'll die.
It's a plant. It's extremely sensitive to negative energy. It's just consuming it. You almost feel bad about it if it wasn't such a sharp little shrub.
Wasn't such an asshole.
And then I'll just take cover behind this wall.
Right, and Shaska shall bork her best will a woos and fail.
Big bark, big
You
bark.
can attack twice. You get 2 actions if you give one.
Alright,
Stay chomping.
big bark.
Unless they're...
Nope.
They're not a mature animal companion yet, are they? Oh no, you're level 5. Okay, cool.
No, not yet.
Okay, cool. Well, you have some actions left if you want to use them.
Alright. Reload, and I will fire. Ooh, it.
Ooh, pew pew. Despite your pup standing in the way, you shoot around them and let them have it. Don't you have another action? Or just you're reloading, right?
Yeah, I'm using bolts instead of my bolt cases.
Gotcha. Well, they just kind of waiting this out. The zombies keep battering at the door. Bam, 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 bam. The door collapses. And they start spilling through. Arms outstretched towards you.
I'm gonna try to cut off that first one's arms with that prepared action. Like, with this.
You let them have it.
It's also silver, so it's special effects, these guys, right?
Zombies are not particularly vulnerable to silver, no. They are, however, particularly vulnerable to slashing. So, boop.
Ooh.
Good job.
Meow.
There's a wight around the corner who looks around and looks you dead in the eye. I'll come for thee. That is a critical success. You are frightened too, as the undead
Critical
malice.
success.
I don't know. Do you have something like Aura of Courage?
Well, I mean, there's the courage that they're putting up.
It's a +1 to mental effects, but that does not increase your critical enough to, make it a normal. But thank you for reminding me. That is completely valid. She's just keeping the good field train going. Blink, blank, blong. Crucius.
Well, I'm just gonna step on in. The white's right here, right?
The white's around the corner, yes.
That means he gets partial cover.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, he's not taking cover, and he was looking at you, so you can step in while he's doing that.
I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna shank him.
There's one thing I will give the 3-action system, is that it's a lot easier to ask, okay, does it have cover? And the answer is usually, if it didn't use an action for it, it has to spend some of its time to not get caught in attacks, which I like. Makes it a bit easier. Well, if you went for any of the zombie, for a zombie, you would have critically, but you just hit the white. by 9. If only you weren't so scared. Also, that did not include your buff for being... Oh, it's automatically removing it, is it? No. No, you just lost
Yeah.
it for some reason. Because the spell
It's a
applies to
critical.
anyone in 30 feet. Like, you're outside of 30 feet, but you... Oh, no, you're still in 30 feet. Yeah, I should get a critical in that case.
Oh, okay. I'll reroll for critical.
Swoosh. It sure doesn't like that. Do you have any... Let's see if there's any damage types in there. I think it's just slashing. Yeah, it's not weak to slashing. It's not weak
It's
to anything,
slashing
actually.
silver.
Not weak to anything, actually. Quickly clamber over that barrel. Protect the doggo.
Wait, I got another one.
Well, go ahead. Show me the goods.
I'm gonna attack that one in front of me.
Okay,
With,
cool. You hit him. Show me the goods. And another 5. Pew. Almost down. 1 action left because you're quickened.
Which once again will be raising my shield. That extra 2 is helpful.
Cool.
Sure is.
It sure is. It undoes all that being spooked. Also, your spooked value goes down by 1 at the end of your turn. So don't worry about that too either. I did change it. Nope.
Yay.
Double claw. Make 2 same creature. Combining the damage instantly gets flurry of blows. Whoosh whoosh. He doesn't have the little plus, so he would in fact hit twice. Combines the damage. And there's 1 more little claw strike left. Zoop. Whoops. I think the Popo is going to get this one. This thing keeps doing a little weird dance. It's jumping side to side, up and down, left and right. Whoop, whoop. His tight chitin keeps him safe. Deluila.
I'm just going to... It's probably too high to just daze him to finish him. 3 action chill touch again. Just try and finish him off.
Die. And die he does. The
Dead.
howling continues in the distance, echoing off the trees and the stone walls. Martha. There are no more plant boys on the side, and Crucius is holding down the fort down south.
Oh.
I am the door.
Swap to my short sword and go for if they'll let me move. If they'll let me move. If Martha will let me move. Alright, I think you say I could do arrow keys.
You can click the, you can use the arrow keys afterwards because your token should be selected. If you aren't selected, you can click and drag, and it should ignore the little thing. I think, and this is just me, I think it's a better option if I put it off to the side. Here, let me just take care of that. Oh, no, not like that. More like this, and then I put this one in the corner too. That should help. See if that works any better. Or if that just puts
Apparently I can't walk through the stairs. So I'll just...
You have to
go
click the
around.
little icon.
Huh?
You have to click the little stairs.
But that'll put me upstairs. I'm trying to go right here.
Then you walk around the stairs. Bella.
Okay, now it'll let me do that. And then... So getting up my short sword is 1 action, right?
Yeah. Swapping weapons. It also has another action if you want to put your old crossbow away instead of dropping it on the floor.
I'm
I would have
holding
just
my
kept your
short sword
crossbow.
in my offhand.
Cool. Well, that's just an action then to take it out, swapping hands.
Yeah.
Normally,
And,
changing grips is an action in and of itself, but if you're drawing a weapon with the same handle, sure, why not? And now they're going to make a stupid feat that just does just that for Gunslinger, and I can't say that anymore. Thanks, Paizo, for reverse engineering me to be wrong. This is going to be the most retconny system ever.
I'll be right here waiting for a
Waiting.
chance.
This guy's mostly just giving some encouraging words, but he's also going to try something sexy. He's going to try to use the fact that zombies are not so slick and whoops over one. Then gets it in the back with a claw. And then tries to get it on with a claw. Whoop. Does damage to 2. That's 2 13s. That's 1 less zombie.
Hooray.
This one takes 13. Ow. Oof. Oof. Ow. Well, there are less and less zombies, but they are getting more and more eager. One will go over and try to get Crucius. Hands outstretched towards thee. Actually, yeah, yep. Here you go. Here's a fist, Crucius. Bam.
Nope.
Luckily, you have a shield. The other zombie shambler goes for this poor little guy. Bam, boom. Oh, no, he's been... Oh, no, his armor class 23. So small, so fast, so slick, so smooth. That he probably won't appreciate the part where the white gets him in the back with a clock. Haha, you idiot.
Dummy.
Oh, no, I'm a stupid dummy.
Retributive strike.
Life drain. Well, he gets 3 temporary hit points, so that's just gorgeous. Did you know the monster sheet still don't have a space for temporary hit points? I don't know what the deal is with that. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, he's drained. 1. Ow. I've been suckied.
But he only loses a few points.
Evita moves closer to you guys and remembers to give you the buff of +1. Stay strong, kids. Crucius.
Huzzah.
Okay, time to go help our buddy out. Starting with this. Let's eviscerate this zombie.
Well, I don't know. It's critical, yeah, so he's gone. Didn't even need the extra weakness damage. Whoop.
Time to step on out.
Whirlwind.
And I'm gonna go for this guy.
Give me the goods. It's a normal hit. Oof. Not looking so hot. He's almost down. Little guy's like, I can take the zombie. I got him. You just take care of the big guy. I got him.
Well, I'm gonna raise my shield just to be sure, because I got backup to help finish it if I need to.
Don't
I
you
might
have
also get
quickened
too low.
still?
I do, so I have a third one, but my odds of hitting are pretty bad.
Well, you have a 4th action, so. Oh, you already struck, moved, stepped. Okay, cool, gotcha. Sorry,
Yep, so
forgot
just
one of
raise
your
my
actions had happened. These guys up north, he kind of clambers his way back. I kind of beckon Shashka to come on over. Delula.
I doubt I can see or hear anything approaching from the top anywhere.
There seems to be a lull in the attack. To be fair, in case you forgot, these people talk like they were sieged for a while, so it might be part like mental tactics to just wear them out.
Yeah, probably.
It's a winery, not a castle. You don't have to sortie everything at once.
In which case, yeah, probably best to head down and try to help these guys. That's 1.
You come in
and-
to see just a whole bunch of bodies cut in half on the ground.
Yeah, pretty much got it handled.
So, Crucius, how are things going? The normal.
Business as usual. I'm going to give Martha some guidance. I
Ooh.
mean, that doesn't really do anything with the Inspire Courage active, but, you know, you get bonuses on any rolls. And then,
Go for it.
I guess, just sling attack that dummy.
You hit him, but zombies aren't hard to hit. Wow, you actually conk out a zombie.
Doink!
Yeah.
Martha.
I'll run on out. Which, again, walls confuse me. So I'll run on out here. Next action, I'm gonna target these guys and go for a little the chest.
Critical hit.
He's flat-footed if he survives, which I doubt, but
I don't think it matters. Yep. However, final spite. When a white is destroyed, he is so filled with evil and malice that he still gets one final swing at thee. You know that from hell's heart I spit at thee kind of stuff. But then he collapses.
I flourish my sword and slash his hand off.
No, no. You do that, it goes for you. I retributor strike it.
Bang.
I just hit it.
Bonk.
Right.
We just gang beat this thing.
Imagine the clonk sound effect. It's great. Handsome.
Don't.
Situation resolved. For now. There's a lull in the fight, as mentioned. There's still the constant howling outside, so good luck getting a good night's sleep. There's also the distance, because, you know, the combat quiets down. Eventually your hearing gets sharpened from that, because it's all too quiet. They're moving around out there, setting up their next attack, so I say we cut it there for now. And next time,
Okay.
we'll see how another wave of the siege is going to go.
Okie dokie.
Well, I mean, this one went shockingly well.
Yeah, man.
But
Buttery
Shaska's gonna
smooth.
get herself a little,
Pat the pup.
yeah,
Pat
Does
pat
get
the
pat.
pup.
a little 2-action.
Bark. Broof.
Yeah, I like the idea that you guys came in. You're like, "Hey, Crucius, you need help? Everything's dead." No, and you guys just go and do something else.
Have fun elsewhere. Cool. Coolie. Ugh.
Alright, she should be maxed actually.
Neato.
There you go.
Oh,
Nice.
that went well.
Yeah.
Hey, if we get a short rest, I can get all my stamina back.
Yes. You have enough time to
And-
take care of one 10-minute activity.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get my stamina back.
Evita will get one of her focuses back. And the next time...
That puts us
Mm-hmm.
back up at full.
The next time...
Oh, we get
Yep.
focus back on a short rest.
No, you can take 10 minutes to get a point of focus back, or you can take 10 minutes to get some of your stamina back if you lost any.
Alright, then I'll use 10 minutes to get my focus back since I just used it.
It's possible the
Sure.
enemy has been watching your attack. They got a good view with all those torches around. Maybe they'll adjust their tactics and hit you where you least expect it. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Well, I mean, until we went to the back where they couldn't see me just eviscerate the zombies.
You can also spend 10 minutes re-bordering up this door, which is now just a large opening.
Yeah, I think I'll spend some time doing that while the others are resting.
Well, the door is a door again. And it's not, like, fully reinforced barricaded, but it is at the very least closed and won't open from the other side. I mean, it's a door. It's not that hard. Probably.
Hmm.
I mean, the way... Unless you have craft, you probably just put the hinges in such a way that it's locked in place, but hey...
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, at least it'll give us some heads up if anyone tries to go behind us. We'll hear
Mhm.
the door breaking.
Hey, that went alright.
This was nice.
Could have been worse.
Well, I mean, one of us could have taken HP damage. Or we could have
Yeah.
lost one of the zombies.
Shaska took HP damage, but she tough. She
Yeah.
big.
Big girl. She can handle it.
Also, it's surprising how much
She's
you can...
big.
It's really surprising how much you can do in Foundry with just one hand. Like, just the mouse.
Which is good. That makes
Yeah.
it easy to control.
It also means that it's a lot easier to use on things like tablets. Or when you're, like, sitting in a Roman lounge chair with one hand holding up your grapes.
No, with a goblet of wine.
Okay, I
Your
kind of
little
want to see a
shot in
DM
that.
doing that on Foundry. Just
I am too important. I'm eating my grapes. I will resolve when I'm ready.
just reaching over with the stylus and tapping away at things.
Are you doing anything
use the
important?
cartoon
Flourish,
thing
of
with-
course.
What match not
They
if
do the
I...
cartoon thing where they shove the whole vine down their throat and eat all the grapes.
I forgot that you were level 5, so some of this little setup wasn't all what it needs to be, but don't worry. These guys will give you all they got.
Don't worry, they're learning.
I think this is fun. Also,
Well,
at this
I mean,
point,
if they're werewolves, I have silver.
that's a good thing to have. Yeah, because still getting a bit to grips, because once you level up, the dynamics change a lot. Like, Here's the thing: if you look at the experience system as it is designed, going a level up means every single enemy you have that was designed for the previous level needs to be doubled. So, oh, you had a level 4 party and you put down 2 level 4 monsters. They need to be 4 level 4 monsters now. It's pretty bonkers. But hey, this is meant to be a long, drawn-out fight, so I don't necessarily want you guys fighting fights as too intense because those fights are tough and meant to take you down to 0 instead of just being a scrap to wear you down over the day. Wear you thin, slowly exhaust you with constant grinding. With their big fat meat hands. Rub, rub.
To grind it.
Anyway, that was that.